Hey folks, this is BestInSlot, and in tonight's video I'm going to show you how to very easily install brand new mods to Jurassic World Evolution PC Edition. That's new dinosaurs, non-replacement dinosaur species, that's the ultimate mixed eras and terrain tool mods, and the script extender you'll need to get it all working perfectly. I've had so many questions about this that I figured we'll do a comprehensive guide. I've got a couple little tips and tricks to give you along the way, stuff that I do to make the process easier. Every single program and website I've used is linked in the description down below. You should be able to follow along super easily. Now, just before we get started, I should say you should go and make a backup of your Jurassic World Evolution folder before you do any modding, just in case it's nice to have a fallback option. With all that said, let's get started, and we're going to kick things off with the Diabloceratops, a new dinosaur addition to the game. And it's really just because the Diabloceratops is the newest dinosaur addition to the game as of today when I record this video. And as I say, I'll link it down below so you can follow along. What we're going to do is we're going to go into nexusmods onto the Diabloceratops page. We're going to go into the files over here, we're going to scroll down, we're going to click manual download, and you'll get something like this. And if it doesn't start automatically, you want to hit that download button. Some of the mods will tell you that you require certain files. It'll say over here, it might say ACSE, it might say certain DLCs. Just ignore that for now, we'll cover that in a little bit. But your dinosaur has downloaded. You can see it down here at the bottom in my downloads tab. So we're going to click it. It's going to bring up good old WinRAR, which I've been using for like 22 years at this point in my life. This is a unzipping program. You can use your own, whichever that is. I use WinRAR. If you want to use 7-zip or something like that, just download and install the program. Either way, what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of that nonsense. And what I tend to do, very simple, is I click the wizard button right here. Boop. And this will basically unpack that dinosaur to my desktop. So we click finish, boop, dead easy, there it is, there is our Diabloceratops. The next thing we need to do is access the folder where we install these dinosaurs, and that's going to be in your Steam folder, and then you're going to want to follow through the following different folders. We're going to go through Steam Apps, into Common, into Jurassic World Evolution, into Win64, into Oval Data, and this should pop up. Now you'll have something that looks like this up here. If you haven't installed any mods, you can ignore all this and the fancy colours. We'll be talking about that in a little bit. But now, to install a new dinosaur, ladies and gentlemen, it is literally as simple as grabbing your Diabloceratops over here, hit Ctrl-C, come over here, hit Ctrl-V, and there it is. Technically, that dinosaur is now installed, and for 99% of dinosaurs, you could go in-game, load up sandbox mode, and it would work perfectly. For dinosaurs that require ACSE, or if you want to use these dinosaurs outside of sandbox mode, however, you're going to have to do something else as well. Let's go take a look. And that thing is this, the awesome Cobra script extender by Harlequin's Ego. Great person right at the forefront of, well, the forefront of Jurassic World Evolution modding. And basically this is going to give our mods extra scripting access and just let them do things outside of sandbox. It's just trust me when I say it's important, okay? That's all you need to know. We don't need the details, that's not what we're here for. So I'm going to link this website again down below in the description. You should open it up and it'll look exactly like this. We're going to click just one button and we're going to click this one right here, Awesome Cobra Script Extender.zip. Click that and then you'll again get another download down here, just like we did with the Diabloceratops. So we're going to unzip that to our desktop and open it up once again. And that's going to look something like this. You'll get a folder that just says ACSE, and again, as simple as it was a second ago, all we have to do is click Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V, and install it to the Oval Data folder. 99% of the time, this is the folder you're going to be working with. And there's our Diabloceratops, there's our ACSE, and there's all the other dinosaurs. And that's it. If you wanted to load up, you can now use this dinosaur in your research, in your parks. It would just work absolutely perfectly. But there's a couple other things that I think are very important to a good Jurassic World Evolution experience, so we're going to go tackle those next as well. And those two things are the Ultimate Mixed Eras mod and the Enhanced Terrain Tools mod. The two people responsible for these mods, Kyodenic and Harlequin's Ego, have very nicely worked together so that we can now use both simultaneously with absolutely no effort on your part. Isn't that fantastic? So again, I'll link this down below. We're going to come onto the Ultimate Mixed Eras page, we're going to go into Files, and we're first of all going to download this one right here. We click Manual Download, and we click download again. It should be worth noting, as it says here, this requires Return to Jurassic Park. Frankly, if you're playing Jurassic World Evolution, you should have Return to Jurassic Park. It is the best of the DLCs, but it is worth noting if you want to use these dinosaurs outside of Sandbox, you will also require the Doctor Who DLC as well, I believe. Anyways, manually download this, and then we're going to scroll down a little bit. There's a few expanded things down here which you can look at if you want to, but we're going to focus on this one. Patch, Enhanced Terrain Tools, Pre-injected Files. We're going to click Manual Download as well. Ignore that, just click Download. There we go. And as you can see, again, it requires Return to Jurassic Park. So they've both downloaded, let's get them installed. Now I would say if you want to use any of these mods, it is a good idea to go and read the instructions and the README yourself. But you know, for these ones, I'm basically showing you what to do anyway. So we've unzipped these files just like we did with the Diplodoceratops at the start. And the first one we're going to install is the Mixed Eras mod, that first file we downloaded. And for these two, it is important you do it in the correct order. So we're going to open the JPEO Lite folder. We're going to open Oval Data. And we've got all this information here. We're going to do exactly what we always do. We're going to grab all the content and we're going to hit Control-C. We're going to come over here, we're going to hit Control-V, and when it pops up asking us to replace, we're going to click Replace the files in this destination. That's going to replace several files in all of these folders and give us a brand new one called JPO Core. Now we want to install the terrain tools, and again, make sure this is second. So we go JPO Lite Terrain Tools, Oval Data, Content 0, and you guessed it, Control-C, Control-V over here. That's going to replace something in Content 0 called main.oval. And that is it. You can now go on, play with your Diplodoceratops, I should say, on any island. You'll have all the different options available. You'll have crazy terrain tools. That's it. That on a basic level, that is all you need to make this game as good as you want it to be. But to give a couple of final tips, the first thing you'll have noticed, of course, is I've got all these fancy coloured folders. I'm using a program called, let me have a little look here, Folder Marker Free. It is free, it didn't pay anything. Again, I'll link this down below if you want to download it for yourselves. And really the main reason for this, and I've coloured these folders in, is because I find that we had this problem with Zoo Tycoon 2, but as you download more and more files, and as they kind of end up sitting in between other files in awkward places, it can be hard to keep track of what's a mod and what's not a mod. And I think it's a good thing to be able to know. I think it's helpful to, at a glance, be able to separate them like that. So, for example, we downloaded Diplodoceratops before. We're going to come in here. We're going to go into the correct folder. We're going to find our folder again. We're going to go to Oval Data. Looking for Diablo. There it is. Click Select. We click the blue. We click Apply. Give it a second. And there we go. Diplodoceratops has dropped down because it's been tagged now. And it's got a blue folder. And so I know that the blue ones are all my dinosaurs. I just think that makes life a little bit easier. We can do the same thing again. I'm doing the same for the other programs. So again, we go to Oval Data, go to ACSE, and for the non-dinosaur programs, I'm marking those with some green. So ACSE is the script extender we downloaded. EPPF is another mod which gives us better fencing options, which is worth downloading as well. And finally, we have the JPEO Core, which is the Mixed Eras mod. If we find that, there we go. Click Apply. Lovely stuff, and these have been organised by tab, but this is how it would usually look. Organised by name, but if you organise by tags, and if you can't see that, just right click up here at the top and click the tag option, as you can see. And then it kind of just makes it look nice and easy. These are the default Jurassic World Evolution files, these are the modded dinosaurs, and these are your non-dinosaur mods. I think it neatens things up in a really nice way. And it's also very helpful for this next little bit, because I like to have a lot of backups. So let's say you have to reinstall Jurassic World Evolution, something's gone wrong, maybe you're just on a new PC, you know, you're playing the game again for the first time, but you want all your dinosaurs. Well, if you've got a backup folder, that becomes a lot easier. Every time I download a new working dinosaur, one I know I want to keep, I take it from my Jurassic World Evolution folder, I drag it in here, and they all just kind of sit there ready to go. Sometimes mods get taken offline for various reasons, stuff like that. It's just nice to have a nice little backup. And if you copy them directly from your Oval Data folder like this, they'll retain their tag. So that means you can kind of just drag all the blue ones together nice and easily, copy and paste over here, and you're done. The last thing we need to do then is go check this out in-game. So I'm going to show you Isla Sorna quickly, just to slight dangers of modding, you know. The Terrain Tools mod in particular will not play nicely with sort of older save files. I really recommend this for a fresh campaign playthrough, or more so, sandbox mode. I really think Sandbox mode is where this shines. You should probably just play through the game normally the first time and then just go crazy on sandbox mode. Anyways, what you can do now though, if we go into Research Center, you'll see in certain areas, like in fossils for example, down here we have the Dinosuchus and the Estomonosuchus and the Pachyrhinosaurus over there. In the Deluxe pack, there's one that's not quite popping up. Oh, there we go. The Psittacosaurus is over there. If we go down to, say, Global Operations, there's a bunch of dinosaurs in here. There's the Scutosaurus and Nanotyrannus and Monolophosaurus and even that amazing Dracodon Titan. It gets a little bit messy. You can see, you know, there's multiple dinosaurs around and it's all a little bit higgledy-piggledy, but it works, basically. As I say, however, I would recommend you do this on Sandbox mode. So let's go try out that brand new Diabloceratops. So here are my slightly updated Mod Spotlight park that I'm sure many of you recognise by now. I did expand the park a little bit because they were super cramped. There's like 22 dinosaurs in there or something, I don't know. Also, very curious why it's only this Rhinotitan that has the Pterosaur logo. All the others are Brachiosaurs. Anyways, we're going to hop over here. Nope, that's a Monolophosaurus. We're going to hop to our creation lab. We're going to incubate dinosaur. And you see that there's our 92 dinosaurs. Now, this over here in the top left is actually the Diabloceratops. If you look at the mod page for it, and that's why it's probably going to be taken off my list, it doesn't currently have a name, it doesn't currently have an icon and stuff like that. It's based on the Nasutoceratops rig, and that's why it looks like that. But you can see all the other dinosaurs work perfectly well. Carnoraptor's there, we've got Dinosuchus there, Dinochirus there, there's the Dracodon Titan, etc. So this one just needs a little bit of an update, but it's the one we showed. So, incubate. Incubation finished, release dinosaur, and we pray to all that is holy and unholy that this looks like a... There we go. Beautiful stuff. And that is it. It's actually a great looking little dinosaur. I'd like some more decoration on the frill maybe, but it's pretty cool. They just need to fix out, you know, the little icon and naming issues, but that's down to the mod maker, not you. That's nothing you have to worry about. And that's all there is to it, folks. In that short little amount of time, less than 20 minutes, you've installed ACSE, you've installed a new dinosaur, or 20, or 25, or 30 by the time we're bloody done. And you've installed some great tools that let you do some crazy stuff as well, let you do whatever you want in terms of decoration, blah 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 blah. And also tools that give you really good decoration options, let you mixing together several eras at once. Basically, you're now ready to download every mod super duper easily, and hopefully everything is hunky-dory. If you have any more problems, don't hesitate to let me know. There is a really good Jurassic World Evolution modding Discord, which I will try and probably fail to remember to link down below as well, but hopefully this covers majority of what you're ever going to want to do, basically. If you're having problems, I will say the two main problems people have is they're probably not installing ACSE correctly. Just make sure you're following what I did in this video. And the other problem I'd say people have is they're downloading dinosaurs that require certain DLCs. Basically, if you download a dinosaur, let's say, this is a bad example, but let's say the Tyrannotitan, no, it's a good example. Let's say you're downloading the Tyrannotitan, which is based on the Acrocanthosaurus, but you don't have the Carnivore DLC downloaded, which is what the Acrocanthosaurus is from, and what the Tyrannotitan is based on. Tyrannotitan is not going to work for you. I don't know if that's actually the case, but that's just an example. Make sure you're reading the mods page correctly. Some mods will require dinosaurs from different DLCs in order to function. As long as you've got all the DLC, as long as you've got ACSE installed correctly, and you're putting everything in that correct folder, everything really should work, basically. Just make sure you're reading the readmes. Go give lots of love to all the mod makers every time you download a mod. Go give Harlequins some love, and Cowdenic, and all these people who've done amazing things for a modding community that is blowing up. There are 33 new mods this past 7 days. 33! It's utterly insane. I love it. And I'm really glad to see the modding community take off like that. So big shout out to all those people. Every single one of you out there making your own dinosaurs and stuff like that is adding just such invaluable stuff to our parks, and I thank you for that. So hopefully this video helped some people out. If it did, let me know in the comments down below. If you have any questions, hit me up. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. That would make you super cool, and super cool people are super cool. I'll see you lovely folks next time. Cheers, much love as always. Bye bye. Reaching out.